in when it comes to weather, but just in case it didn't happen, I made myself laugh as I had this thought that I could put this canopy up by myself, and it was hilarious. It didn't happen, but
not as hilarious as all of us trying to fit underneath it.
So, but anyway, first I just want to say thank you for being here. And it is because of you that this is here. May 13th, I got back from Iowa, and I will tell you, I was numb. I don't know where I was or what was up or what was down. And waiting for me was this cute little yellow rose bush. And because I was in such a state, I swear it took 3 days to find the tag that said who it was from. And then I had to proceed with trying to figure out the memorial service for Jen. And, you know, throughout this whole time, all my friends, whom I now don't call my friends, you're my family, came to me and said, what can I do to help? And, you know, just call me if you need me. And I knew that you would do that. And I went to Jazzercise like I always do, because I needed to feel normal. I needed to do what I knew. And it was the best thing I ever did, because I was home. And Sherry walked over and handed me that rose bush over there. And she said, that's for our rose. And then my dear friend Mark said, Yvette, I want to give you a tree. I want to plant a tree. And I said, like, Mark, I hate to sound ungrateful, but please, no trees. No more trees. I don't like the ones I have. And I would hate to suddenly hate the tree. So instead he gave me this beautiful rose bush. And, you know, I've continued to carry on as best I can. And just before school ended, one of the aides at the school came, she comes in our classroom and she says, and she has this box, this gift, and I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. And I thought it was hers because she was not going to be returning to the school, and I thought she received the gift. And she says, well, you come with me. And in the box was this beautiful drinking dish. This is a butterfly drinking dish. And the art teacher created it. She fired it, she painted it, she did it. And she said, it's a butterfly drinking dish, and it's to go with the butterfly bush that we bought you. And in addition to the butterfly bush, which is that bush there, stay where you are, she handed me this box, which was like, well, this is the last time I'm going to pick up this box, she said to me, because it weighs a ton. And in it was this stone that said Jen's Butterfly Garden. And I said, well, I guess I'll be planting a garden. And, you know, which was not anything on my mind at all. I just wanted to be able to breathe in and breathe out each day. And I received a couple of other gifts. The hydrangea bush, and I have to say Angie was so helpful. She says, oh, Yvette, you have to do this twist and shout. It's 2 different colors. And then it's like, okay, now I need one more. And it's like, okay, I'm all done. And Mark came over with his rototiller and tilled up the land. And Jimmy, you were so wonderful, because we know that manual labor is not your strong suit.
He managed to put it there.
The laughter. But he was out here for the hours that it took. And we were very happy. very, very happy. And I said, you know, next year, well, one step back. Mark says, and you're gonna, you know, you're gonna put a wall on there around that. And I said, yeah, I want to. And he goes, well, I already priced that out. Those things cost $2 a piece, and you're gonna get out these little tools. You're gonna need 98 of them because it's 49 feet around. You need 2 layers. Okay, Mark. I guess next year will be the year. And so I was very happy there, but I just happen to, we have jazzercise ladies and men, you can come, have our gatherings, and Darian had passed by, and I showed her the garden, and then I'm talking about, yeah, Darian came by and saw it, and I'm gonna finish it next year. And my friends, my family, decided that next year's not gonna happen. They went behind my back. And they presented me with a gift card to buy the remainder of the things needed for the garden, which included the pavers and the mulch. They also gave me this beautiful book, and in it are words to the song "We Are Family." And they changed it a little because they had to include us jazzer hooligans. And there's notes from everyone that contributed to the pavers. And I have read them all. And I, you know, I was really happy with that. And so my dear friend Greg over there, who's trying to hide, everyone knows Greg. Everyone in the neighborhood knows Greg. It's like I'd gone and I said, I'd rather pay Greg than to pay the other people to deliver. Plus, I can also ask him professional advice in terms of doing this, because Greg installed a 72-foot wall down his house just a few months ago. And sure enough, Greg and I knocked this out in a couple hours, a few hours. And but before that happened, he brought me down. He says, I want to show you something. And he had these fountains, these solar power fountains, and because it's cloudy, we can't see them right now. And I ordered this this fountain. And if the clouds weren't there, that bird would be spitting water. And in addition to that, my wonderful friends behind me, the Susies, came over, and they brought me that dog, and they brought me that snail. The Susies weren't here when we had Petey. That's Petey. Jennifer loved that dog. If Jennifer was here and you asked her about Petey, she would talk about Petey as if Petey died yesterday. She loved that dog. Same dog that did Fred's home. But and the part that was really funny is that the back side of that snail, which everyone on that side can see, really captured their attention because they knew Jennifer would have loved it too in that. On this side of the snail, it looks like a snail shell, but that back side of the snail, what does it look like, Jeff? What does it look like? A hind end. And it was, and immediately I knew, Jen would say, look, he's got a booty. We could see his booty, and I'm thinking, of course, I would have been mortified. Again. But, so, you know, we did that, and then, of course, then there was Yvette. There's actually another one. She's the good one.
That's debatable.
And Elizabeth said to me, we weren't there when discussion about the pavers and the collection and stuff, but we wanted to add to the garden. And they got the butterfly house. Everything here has been given because of the kindness and generosity of Jesus. This garden exists because of you. Because I know it was not in my mind, it was not in my heart, it was not there, I was not there. And as I look at it, one of the things I read every day that I'm home is this poem that the school also gave me. And it's called A Symbol of Hope. A symbol of hope, a butterfly lights beside us like a sunbeam. And for a brief moment, its glory and beauty belong to our world. But then it flies again, and though we wish it could have stayed, we feel lucky to have seen it. My hope is that every time you see a butterfly, you remember Jen, and you remember the people you love, and hold on to that. And I just want you to know the tears that are in my eyes are not because I'm sad. It's because I'm just so touched by you. And so with that, we dedicate this garden in loving memory of Jennifer Bliss Clancy. Thank you so much for being here, for being my friend, for being my family. And I know that my faith has taught me, and I believe that she is in a better place. My faith has also taught me that I will see her again, and I will be with her someday. My faith has also taught me that during trials of my life and of our lives, we will be comforted. I have been very comforted by you. Thank you for keeping the faith when you didn't know that you were doing so. Thank you so much for loving Jen. Thank you.
Let the butterflies go.
And then that husband of mine says, Yvette, we need to get some butterflies and let them go. And I'm like, Jimmy, with all I got going on, sure, right on, no problem. You know, I got to take you to the hospital and get your little procedure done, and I got to do this, and I got to do that.
Little procedure. What's she trying to say, Jimmy?
Thank you, Jeff and Dodie. Let's go eat and drink.